Hi everyone, this is Danielle Lazier and I am a real estate agent here in San Francisco, California. And here is a quick logistical update on the San Francisco real estate market. So as of now, every aspect of a typical San Francisco home sale is officially allowed. So you can move, you can stage, you can fix up the home, we can have inspections, we can do everything involved in the escrow and the securing of the loan. All of that is now officially allowed. You can show the home by private appointment, and as long as we're using the proper safety precautions. And you don't have to actually fully move out. You just cannot be home during the showing. What is still not allowed are open houses and broker tour. So recently we've seen some national and Bay Area news headlines. You've probably seen the Wall Street Journal or the San Jose Mercury News. There's maybe been some other articles, and what they're talking about are how home values are up. That's the headline. Home values are up year over year. Well, below the fold, it says that these home values that they're talking about are the March sales. Now, March sales are sales that were entered into pre-pandemic, January and February. And I'm going to stop for a second and make a joke. Can you guys hear that crinkling in the background? That is my husband in the kitchen making some lunch or having a snack. I feel very much like those newscasters who have their kids run in the room or the dog walks by or something like that. And it's kind of funny, so I'm going to keep going. Anyway, so it'll be really interesting to see what happens with the April and May reports, because those would have been sales that probably were entered into during shelter in place and after we went into the coronavirus pandemic. The articles also report, though, that many home sellers have retreated from the market. No surprise there, right? But Zillow's saying that buyers and sellers retreated from the market at an equal clip. And so you could theorize here that demand still outstrips supply, because that was the case before. And if people retreated at an equal amount, then we still have more buyers than sellers. Interesting. We'll see. So my assessment is that I remain cautiously optimistic. You need to price right. Be conservative in your assessment of value. Aim to be pleased and not disappointed. That's kind of how I've always operated, but I think especially now, as you're thinking about your home's value, be conservative. And look at the big picture. Are you also buying a new home, or will you buy a new home soon thereafter? There could be some interesting opportunities for you. My recommendation remains: get out of the gate and onto the market sooner than later. It seems prudent. I realize this sounds very self-interested. Of course, I'm an agent. I want you to call me and list your home with me sooner than later. Well, duh. But I also do think that buyers are getting antsy, and that there is going to be an early mover advantage here, because your home's values are based on current values. And unless you think that home values are going up and you're sure about that, there might be some advantage to getting out of the gate sooner than later. And this is kind of like, I keep thinking, maybe this is like the beginning of the year. Every year in January, traditional agents will tell their clients to wait for the Super Bowl before you list, or wait for the spring, or wait for the end of the rainy season. But you know what? Buyers here are ready on New Year's Day. They just are. And the early sellers usually do really well in our market. And so if this year has taught us anything, it's that we do not know what is down the road, right? We do not know what lies ahead. So if you have goals and dreams and you've kind of put them on hold, maybe now is the time, why not now, to see if you can make it happen. My caveat, this is only a short-term assessment. Way too much is in flux to conjecture about next year. What I'm talking about is now, the next 3 to 6 months. So that's my take. My name is Danielle Lazier. I'm an agent here in San Francisco. If you have a question or you would like any help, I would love to hear from you, and talk to you soon. Take care.